Hey guys, Jess here, back with a little video talking about character skins. Being that the Gears 4 finish line is in sight, we thought it would be nice to take a step back and look at some of our favorite cosmetics. The Coalition does have a few more challenges left for us, but more than likely they'll be centered around Gears 5. And this week we'll be focusing on characters. You already saw Chap's video, and this one is mine. Also, don't forget to stay tuned for a discussion between all of us later this week. Before we kick things off, I wanted to recap the rules Chaps and I have decided to stick to for this breakdown. Firstly, characters or people from other games are being excluded. Secondly, we're disregarding any named characters from the campaign. And finally, any of the standard campaign enemies are being ignored. I'm also doing mine a little differently than Chaps, being that there are so many that I liked, I'm straight up doing a top 10 list that's a little more specific. All that said, let's kick things off. At number 10, we have the festive and creative Gingerbread IMAGO. This is the only skin on my list that's of the festive variety, but honestly I could not pass him up. The IMAGO is already a blank canvas, and although I like the Christmas sweater IMAGO, this just seems too perfect. The textures, the details, it makes him one of my favorites. Whoever came up with this, I tip my hat to you. Up next, coming in at number 9, is the Construction Shepherd. This variant was inspired by the construction DBs in Act 1 of the campaign. I really like the caution line details, the black and yellow, and the overall look. This makes him one of my favorite DBs. And in at number 8 is Big Daddy himself, SKORGE. As soon as I saw Palace Guard make his multiplayer debut, I had high hopes for the Coalition and the characters they would be bringing to multiplayer. Not only did SKORGE make his return, he made it in grand fashion with his original campaign design. Seeing SKORGE return was certainly some great fan service on their part. And that brings us to number 7, and that is the NCOG Marine. First appearing in the Gears novel Jacinto's Remnant, the NCOG Marines represent the infantry side of the COG Navy. Gears 4 multiplayer is the first time we've seen them in-game, and with that some lore was built around them, including the awesome motto and emblem worn on their shoulders. Anytime a character can bring more lore to the universe, it's alright with me. At number 6, we have the wonderfully detailed LAMBENT drone. Another character fans have been asking for a while now, the LAMBENT drone did not disappoint. The glow effect we'd seen on some of the weapon skins were done incredibly well, and seeing it apply to a character created perfection. Just look at his ribcage. Too bad there's not an option for this glowy to explode on command. We're in the top 5 now. Next up is one of the skins Dell has that I really liked, Lieutenant Walker. Giving us a look back at when he was a COG officer, this Dell variant sports some fancy goggles, COG tags, as well as a fresh set of armor. Though the Cadet JD skin also looks great, of the two I had to choose Dell, because goggles. What? I like goggles! At number 4 is one of my favorite characters in the franchise, the Armored KANTUS. You can really tell how much time was put in to make his armor perfect. And what I love most about this guy is that they even brought over the ominous sound as he approaches. Yeah, they toned it down eventually, but still, I love it. I also never even noticed he was wearing fishnets. And look at his mouth. This guy is a total package, and the Coalition aced the test on this. Very well done. And this is a good segue to number 3 on the list, the STALKER Armored KANTUS. While wanting to make a leaner version of the Armored KANTUS, this guy not only serves the purpose for multiplayer, but also fits into the universe well. Though it is sad his tongue isn't showing. I didn't even know they could close their mouths. Side note, the black one should have been the Elite, not the gunmetal one, just saying. At number 2, we have the ASFO UIR Soldier. Both ASFO UIR characters are awesome, but the male was just a little too bulky for my taste, so I'll be talking about the female. She was my go-to when she first appeared. Her dialogue is on point, and her look is everything I could have hoped for in regards to the UIR. Definitely one of my favorites. And without further ado, at number 1, my favorite character, the Savage Drone. But Jess, you say, you said no existing characters. And to that I say, you're not my supervisor! I made the rules and I shall break them. This is my favorite character to play as, and seeing him return to Gears 4 made me giddy like a little schoolgirl. I love those fishnets, that mouthpiece, those wooden stakes, he's perfect. In Gears 5, when they consolidate the character skins to make more sense, hint hint, I'd love to see an option for the scuba mask. You guys remember the scuba mask, right? Oh, I remember. This was a tough list for me to make. There were so many great skins that were beautifully done. But with the good come the bad, and this list was just as difficult to narrow down. Here are the top 5, or shall I say bottom 5, of the worst skins for me. Before we start though, we have an honorable mention. That one goes to the UIR Elite because the UIR, should not be blue.
It is known. It is known.
Alright, now that that's out of the way, let's start with number 5. Everything COLORBLAST. There are no color runs on Sarah, and if they are, they should stop having them before battle. I hate these skins because it was one of those that didn't fit in the universe and I felt like it was just filler for gear packs. Not to mention on the rare occasion that I thought someone was my teammate and they totally weren't. Yes, the COG characters are mostly cool colors and the Swarm are mostly warm colors, but honestly, these are just too similar to me. If anything is going to be bright on someone's person, it should be the weapon skins, if only for the sole purpose of seeing the team lights glow. And that brings us to number 4, and it's going to be Biker Marcus. Again, this just seems like filler to me, and the fact that it's listed as an epic skin kind of grinds my gears. I really don't like the design of this outfit, and I really doubt Marcus would wear leather pants. He just doesn't seem like the type. Taking the number 3 spot is Zombie Dom. I think Chap said it best when he said characters should only be a zombie character if their design reflects their death. In my opinion, shouldn't Dom be a charred corpse then? I was also really turned off by the fact that the only thing he said at launch was brains. And it really seemed to be a joke skin and make light of his sacrifice, and I mean, I'm saying that and I'm not even a fan of Dom. Yeah, they fixed the dialogue, but I still don't like the skin. Just seemed like they were jumping on the zombie bandwagon. I would have rather had the Gears 3 Dom variant alive and well. How did we not get that? In at number 2 is Santa's Little Helper Oscar. Honestly, this list could have all been Oscar skins if I wanted to, since there's 12 Oscar skins, but I digress. This particular skin bothers me for 2 reasons. It was obvious the community wanted a Santa Oscar, especially after someone discovered the Christmas Easter egg. And then we get an elf? Seriously? Secondly, there's no detail on his outfit. Nothing. It looks like a minimally created felt outfit with a few bells. For the holidays, I was pretty disappointed with this one. And taking the number 1 spot on my worst skins list is Rookie Luchador Oscar. When I talk about this though, you can honestly replace this skin with the wrestler skin too, and it would apply just as well. Not only is this a terrible skin, it has nothing to do with the universe and makes an even bigger joke of Oscar than he already was. Remember this concept art? Where's this guy? And who wants to view this as they play? And what the hell is this? Was this necessary? These kinds of goofy skins may work in other games, but Gears is unique on so many levels, and I'd love it if the skins in multiplayer would reflect that and the universe. The Luchador skins, the wrestler skins, just filler in my opinion, and I hope to God they don't take this route in Gears 5. Whew, well, that's gonna do it for my favorite and least favorite characters in Gears 4. What do you guys think? Who's your favorite? Who's your least favorite? Be sure to let us know in the comments below. Thanks for listening, and stay tuned later this week for our additional discussion video where we talk about some things that we didn't cover in these lists. Be sure to drop a like and subscribe if you are so inclined, and thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one.